Hi friends, it's Jessie with the Legion Homestead, and today we're going to make chicken stock. Now I'm using my Instapot pressure cooker. It's not really Instapot brand, but that's what I'm going to be using. You can make it in a roaster, you can make it in a stock pot on the stove, you can do however you want to do it. This is how I'm doing it today because I actually have a lot of ingredients and I need to make several batches, but I like how the Instapot or the pressure cooker, I like how it works quicker. So I have a bunch of just bits and pieces and bones, and whole chicken legs that we didn't eat, so I froze them. These are frozen pieces. This is just one batch, filling it about halfway with the chicken. And then, I save things for flavor. This has onion peels, this has pepper tops, this has oranges that I juiced and just kept the peels, celery, there's some ginger in here, there's garlic, and I just keep throwing it in the bag in the freezer. Sometimes when I'm in a hurry, I just grab a little bag and throw that night's dinner. These are, so you can see I have scallion or green onion bottoms. I just use whatever for flavor. And then I throw it into these when I'm making broth. So here we go. Then I'm going to add some cracked black pepper because I don't have peppercorns. I need to get to the local Amish store. Bay leaves. You can really add whatever herbs and spices you want to this. It's your own creation. A little salt. Always add distilled white vinegar. It helps break the bones down and suck out more of that yumminess. Just a splash. Oh, also I forgot, hold on. Dried thyme still on the stems from the garden last year. Just take that whole thing and put it in there. And then we're going to fill it up with water. To the fill line. Put your lid on. Lock it into place. Pressure. I'm doing this on high pressure for 2 hours. I'll probably do it for another hour after that because I like to do it for 3 hours, even though it says an hour and a half is fine. I just feel like it has a deeper flavor if I do it for 3 hours. Okay, we are back and we have pressure cooked this for 3 hours. Now we're just gonna open it. It smells so good. And then I'm going to get as much of the liquid I have a big stock pot right here, and just a colander to catch the big bits. Be very careful to do this. There we go. Now I'll just let this sit and drain for a little bit, and then I'll discard the waste on top. And I'm going to fill this back up, get ready for batch number 2. Chicken. All my goodies. Gotta get more. Salt. And vinegar. Water. Okay, we are back. I did a total of 5 batches of the bone broth, and I have this pan is full. I also have more in the refrigerator, but you have to let it sit overnight in the refrigerator so it will, the fat will like congeal on top, and then you can get that off. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Skimming it off and just gently. Sometimes it's more solid than others. This time wasn't as bad. It's mostly loose. It's easier when it's a solid piece. And then we're gonna heat this up until it's warm, pretty much to a boil, but not boiling. And my canner has our jars in it. I have washed and sterilized. Mine fits 7 smallmouth pints. And I have 3 quarts of water in the bottom of this because that's what the directions to my canner calls for, is 3 quarts of water. So I also have a splash of vinegar in this so you don't get that white filmy all around the jar. So I'm going to heat this up while this is heating up, and we'll be back when it's time to fill the jars. Okay, time to fill our jars. We have hot jars and hot broth. This is our funnel. This is a handy little tool you can use to measure. We're going to go with a 1-inch headspace. Our ladle, our jar grabber. I'm going to strain mine while it's going into jars. You do not have to do that, but I'm choosing to. We also have our lids. I use the Ball brand. That is my favorite brand. I feel like they have the longest life and the best sealing. We have bands, rag, paper towel with vinegar on it to help wipe the rim. Okay, here we go. Hot jar. And just fill. Perfect. Whip that rim, put this lid on, put the band on, fingertip tight, quarter turn. Into the canner. Next jar. So my canner is full. All the jars are in there. I try to keep the tops of them from having water on them so it doesn't ruin the lids. I'm gonna close it. Maybe. Oh, backwards. Happens. Close it. Lock it into place. I currently have it on number 6 on my stove because I know that is my sweet spot to get it the pressure just right, so my pressure weighted gauge is just barely moving. So I'm going to let this go. It's going to vent, so steam will come out of here. I'm going to let that happen for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to put my weight on it, and once that starts gently rocking, I'm going to start my timer for 90 minutes. Okay, it's done. It's been 90 minutes. I turned the burner off and let it come back down to 0 pressure. You can tell when that is happening, the gauge stops jiggling, and this little button right there goes back down. And then I take the weight off, open the pan, and I usually let it just sit, cracked slightly open on the stove, and let it cool for about 10-15 more minutes. Then you can take the top off. And there they are. Aren't they beautiful? There we go. Take it out. I'm going to put it on a towel on the counter. Oh, did you hear that? We let them sit for 24 hours. We take off the screw bands, wash it with soap and water, label it, and store it. It's as easy as that. Thank you for joining me on this. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content, and I'm going to get to candle the rest of this.